Hello guys, good evening, good afternoon everyone, and today I am here back to my kitchen to share to you a favorite garlic bread. And this is not just the ordinary garlic bread, but a garlic bread with a twist. And it's so called Korean garlic bread. So come join me. Let's start with the dough. This is 1 cup of organic whole milk. I have that. And then 1 whole egg. We have also the 2 teaspoons of dry active yeast. We have a teaspoon of real salt, and of course we do have also 3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, and also we do have the the sugar, not necessarily brown, but 2 tablespoons of sugar, and of course we do have a 2 tablespoons of butter. So let's start making. What I'm gonna do is, this is the warm milk, and I'm gonna put my 2 teaspoons of active yeast in here. Okay, basically this is 2 teaspoons, and then I also have to add my 2 tablespoons of sugar. Got to mix this one here. And then my egg. Mix my egg. 1 whole egg. And then I have to mix my salt on this one here. I have to have at least a teaspoon of salt. And then I have to mix my milk in my flour. So in this flour, 3 cups of flour, I'm gonna mix my wet mixture in here, which is your milk, your yeast, your egg, and also your milk, egg, and your sugar, and also your yeast. So I have to mix this together with the flour. Mix it well until it becomes really mixed. At this point, we have to add our 2 tablespoons of your butter. So 2 tablespoons. Of the butter. Put them there. And then basically you have to put your butter in this dough. So just mix until they're truly blended. So at this point right now, when the butter is already mixed with your dough, this is now the time when we have to knead the dough. So I'm gonna powder with the flour my countertops here, and we're gonna start kneading this dough until it becomes really well stretched. So that's how we knead the dough. So knead this until it becomes nice and stretchy. Okay, so at this point right now, you have to prepare for your oven. Start warming them up, because you are going to prepare also your cream cheese and your toppings. So I'll be back, guys. Guys, this is almost done. So I kneaded it for almost like 10 minutes just so I can get that really nice consistency. And finally the gluten had come into life. So my my dough is as pretty as this. So guys, I'm gonna start making this dough rise. I'm gonna put this back on my bowl, and I am gonna cover this for at least an hour to let it rise. So here we go. I'm gonna cover this with my beautiful pan here, which is where I'm gonna bake it, which is already like greased with avocado. The making of our cream cheese. So here we go. For cream cheese, I do have here the cream cheese, the organic cream cheese. So the full pack of this should be placed in this one, and I also have 2 tablespoons of sugar again, and of course a heavy whipped cream, which is 1/4 cup of the heavy whipped cream or all-purpose cream. You can use that. Cheese, it's already here. I am gonna add on this one our sugar, our 2 tablespoons of sugar. So this is an organic brown sugar. And then after we add this, we have to just mix this one. So basically you mix your cream cheese and your sugar. So as you mix, and then after that, you add your all-purpose cream. So here's the all-purpose heavy whipped cream. So I'm gonna add this one here. The cream smells so delicious here. And then you start mixing this one. It's gonna look like this, guys. So you mix until they're all blended. The cream cheese, after I blended them so well or mixed them so well, it is well blended now, and it's gonna look like this. So basically I'm gonna put this in my icing bag. So this is something that I'm gonna start putting into the bread later on. So see you afterward. This looks so delicious, guys. It's so creamy, deliciousness, and this is a really good idea for your holiday preparation. This is kind of like high caloric kind of food, but with a blend of secret ingredient later on, which is your garlic. Hopefully that would at least take away all this like badness. But as for me, I choose the organic one, so at least it's not gonna make me feel guilty while I enjoy the creaminess and the goodness of all this cream. So I'll take you to the butter sauce. Let me take you to this. So we have here, okay, on this little bowl here, I have to have 1 whole egg. Okay. And then I have to have 2 tablespoons of sugar, or 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then 2 tablespoons of condensed milk. Got this one here. This is condensed milk, or this one, or sweetened condensed milk. Okay, and then I do also have 1/2 cup of a melted butter. Okay, and then I have to have 2 tablespoons of parsley and 2 tablespoons of your garlic. But let me mix this one first. So let's mix this one first: the egg, the butter, the condensed milk, and the sugar. So this can be mixed really well. And this is where you're gonna dip your bread later on. And then once you mix this really well, you have to add your 2 tablespoons of garlic and 2 tablespoons of parsley, chopped parsley. So it's almost really mixed well. So I'm gonna add my 2 tablespoons of parsley, generous amount. And of course, my chopped garlic, 2 tablespoons of that also. I like to put a lot of this because this is gonna make it really tasty and smelling really good. So now that our dipping sauce, butter dipping sauce is ready, we are gonna go to our dough again. So guys, the dough had I already cut this into like 4 pieces. The dough had already risen rise, and so I have 4 of my bread here. So, and then I'm gonna let this like sit again for another 10 minutes so to make the dough rise again. So it's gonna be equally looking like this, and then we are gonna put them in our baking pan where it should be ready to become a bread. And then I'm gonna cover this again for another 10 minutes. It's done, and this is how the bread looks like. So we are gonna slice this into the 8 slices. Let me see if I can switch that to this. The bread looks like now. So basically I am gonna slice this into 4, but not really like slice it into half to make it into like a flower opening. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 slices, making it into like an 8 opening on this. So you got it here like this, guys. And then basically what I am gonna do is with my cream cheese sauce, we are gonna fill the sides of this with our cream cheese. So it's gonna look like this. Okay. So we got that, and we have to dip this in our, remember this butter sauce? I am gonna dip this one here. So I'm gonna dip this over here and bake it again. So it's gonna look like this, guys. This one, guys, is gonna be put back to the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes under 356 degrees until all this goodness of the garlic is gonna be roasted. The oven for 15 minutes. And it's out. So this is a successful Korean bread. Garlic bread.